Good morning, you guys. It's Natalie, the One True Diamond, coming at you with a morning chit chat. Got several things to actually talk about this morning. No blabbering. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing well. Little sore and stiff from my insanity that I did last night, max interval circuit. I am slathered down in Bengay, shoulders, elbows, and knees. Hurting, stiff, sore. But anyway, I know y'all get tired of me saying that, but I gotta tell somebody because I'm tired of telling myself I'm hurting. But anyway, I didn't get up this morning to do it, and it was my intentions to, but I kept hitting the alarm. And that's one of the things I want to talk to you guys about. You know, I just thank God he is just so good. Last night, my oldest son came in my room and woke me up and told me that my youngest son, his baby brother, had tire had came off of his car. So I'm like, oh man, you know, I got to get up out of my bed. Here it is, 1:30. By the time I got myself together, it was going on 2. By the time we got up to him, it was about 2 o'clock. And when I got there, I was like, oh God, I just thank you, you know, for just being... Okay, I'm cutting it close, you guys. Cutting it close. Sorry about that. In traffic, and I just had just a pinch to get by. Anyway, y'all, welcome to my real world, okay? So so when we got there, it was like, I was so glad that he was where he was, because if he was where he was coming from his girlfriend's house, she lives like in a country area, so the roads you can go 55, 60. So I'm glad he was not on that road. I'm glad he was actually in town, close by my house, where he could only go city limit, okay? The lug nuts, if y'all know what I'm talking about, on the tire, all 4 of those, well, he has a 5-nut car, I think. Anyway, all of them except for one had totally broken off inside of the, whatever you call it, caliper, rim. I don't know. Not the rim, because the rim comes off with the tire. I don't know, but it had all broke off. I think that's a caliper. It had all broke off, and there was just one little half a piece off, and he said that the tire flew off across the street. He had to go get that. So I just thank God I just thank God that, you know, it wasn't as bad as it could have been, because he could have been going actually faster. I could have been going to a trauma scene and actually not just the scene that I was going to. Plus, when that tire came off, it could have hit someone else. So I thank God that no one else was coming at the same time, that an accident was caused, you know. So we were out there with him trying to get that, at least trying to get that one lug nut for a nut to hold on to it so we could get it out of the middle of the street, because it was like in a turn lane, which that wound up being good, that he actually made it into a turn lane. You know, I just thank God how he had it positioned, because he could have been in the middle of oncoming traffic, could have lost control of the car, but he didn't. And I just thank God for that he actually was in the turn lane. And so that made it good. And it was late at night, like I told you, so it's not like a whole lot of traffic coming by. So we worked on it. One of my son's friends got off of work, and he came and looked at it, and he was like, I don't think y'all gonna be able to do it. You know, my son was like, we're just trying to get it across the street in this parking lot, just so that so we can come back tomorrow morning, but it won't happening. So he left to go pick his girlfriend up or whatever, you know. So by that way, another one of my son's friends came, and he knew the number to a tow truck, because I kept trying to use Siri to find towing companies, and every number she pulled up, nobody was answering. I'm like, what tow service don't have a 24-hour service? I thought they all did, but you know, nobody was picking up. And then when I got one lady, she was like, I don't have anybody I can send out now. And I'm like, man. So, and I'm like, anytime you would look to see a police is always riding Greenville. None came by until we actually had already found the record, and we were sitting there just waiting on the record. Then the police officer came by. I'm like, can you believe this? He didn't come by, but one of my other friend's sons stopped by. He knew the number to a record. We got the record. The man was so nice. He came and he towed it all the way to my house for me. So, you know, that was just a blessing there, you know. So I just wanted to, you know, just say that, you know, I just thank God for the little blessings, you know. Some people just don't realize how much that is a blessing, but that is a blessing because it could have been worse. I could have been going to my job, well, not my job, I could have been going to the hospital where I work at to see my son there, so, or much worse. So I just thank God for that. Next thing, I was just looking at the news from yesterday and this morning, and just that tragedy in Boston. It's just heartbreaking, how disheartened, how evil that this world have gotten. Just, I mean, you have got to be mighty mean, and just pure mean, just evil. I mean, or mentally ill. Could be mentally ill. We don't know because we don't know who did it. So they could be mentally ill, but it just saddens me, these families. And then I saw that little 8-year-old boy. I mean, I'm like, oh my God, he was just innocent. Just watching probably a family member or a friend run a race. Didn't even, you know, and I'm sure his parents had no idea that they would not see their son again. And that, it just saddens me. I mean, it just tears me to pieces, you know. This is just, it saddens me. But then to see the outpour of love that the people in Boston have showed to one another, how, you know, they were saying that the runners, you know, just stopped and they immediately started triaging until actual medical staff could come. So that was, you know, won't fearing for their life, because they could have said, I don't want to be up by this scene, you know, suppose they come back, fearful run, but they stayed there. So those are heroes to me, you know. And, you know, I just thank God for people who have hearts like that to stay and help. And it's just sad. So I'm just asking you guys to just pray for those families. And I'm sure y'all are. Pray for the family. Pray for the situation. And you know what, guys? We even got to pray for the people who actually set that bomb off. And, you know, that's the hardest part, you know, about religion and faith and God. God is forgiving. And we got to learn to forgive that person. We got to pray for them, because no matter what was going on through their heads at the time, you know, they were misguided, you know, just have no clue, you know. So I pray for him, and I pray, well, it could have been her. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have labeled it that way. But I pray for whomever it is. And I pray for their family, that God will touch their hearts, that they will come forth and say that it was me, I did it, the reason why you did it, you know. Make some recompense for, you know, these people's lives, and or these people who are injured. And then I heard that there are some that could have severe head injuries. And, you know, I told you that's the population that I work with. And that is a lifelong illness. That is something, some of them never get over it. And they always wind up having disabilities. And these were capable people. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, let's just pray for them. Let's just pray for everybody that's included in this situation. And I know, you know, some people are going to say she must be crazy, but when we have the love of Jesus deep down in our heart, we learn to pray for people. We learn to pray for our enemies. He tells us to pray for our enemies. You know, pray for people who despitefully use us. You know, he just said, you know, that was his that was his ministry, to bring love to the earth. And so we got to learn to love those people despite of it all. It is hard this morning. But anyway, been talking 8 minutes already, but I think it was 8 minutes worth of something important. Sharing a little hope and encouragement, a little love, God's love with you. His blessings, his goodness. I know it's not my typical video, but I'm tired. I know y'all hear my voice is raspy. I kept hitting that alarm this morning, so I'm late for work. Go ahead and say it. I know somebody's saying, you say that every morning you're running late for work. But I mean, I'm actually late for work this morning. I won't be pulling up in the parking lot like 1 minute till. I got to get better if I'm going to get a new job. Don't y'all think? Oh my God. Whoa, okay. Y'all pray for me in that area, okay? I tell everybody I'm going to be gracefully late. When that day comes where I'm going on to glory, you can bet your bottom dollar that the hearse is going to be late, because Miss Natalie is going to be trying to get ready, I guess. I don't know what she's going to be doing, but she's going to hold up that hearse, okay? Just be prepared when you hear about it. It's the first time I ever seen a hearse late for the funeral. Y'all going to say, I know that lady. I'm going to be in the Guinness Book of World Records, you guys. I tell you. But anyway, you guys have a wonderfully blessed morning. Remember to give God some praise, some thanks, some love for waking you up this morning, giving you another day to get it right. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Oh, welcome to all my new subscribers. If y'all are watching this, or if you just came for a coupon, sorry I'm not talking about couponing because I have not really done anything coupon related except for over the weekend when I did the Epsom salt, which I'm going to need to soak in tonight, by the way. But anyway, you guys have a wonderfully blessed morning, day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, y'all.